The 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan S isn't your average cruiser. It's not built just for Sunday riders, and it doesn't fall into the one-size-fits-all cruiser mold. Instead, it takes the classic cruiser DNA and injects it with sport bike blood. This is the kind of bike that flips the script. Easygoing when you want it, aggressive when you need it. So, if you're an American rider looking for something that's flexible, forgiving, and just plain fun to ride, the Vulcan S is still one of the best options out there. And for 2025, Kawasaki brings subtle but smart refinements to a formula that was already rock solid. Let's start with the heart of the machine. Powering the 2025 Vulcan S is Kawasaki's proven 649cc parallel twin engine. Essentially, a retuned version of what you'd find in the Ninja 650. This engine is a masterclass in balance. It's torquey down low, perfect for cruising around town, but also rev-happy enough to stretch its legs on the freeway or in the canyons. It delivers around 61 horsepower and 46 lb-ft of torque, enough to get your blood pumping without overwhelming new riders. Twist the throttle, and the response is smooth and predictable. Yet there's enough kick to remind you this isn't just a beginner's bike. And here's the real beauty. It's fuel-injected, liquid-cooled, and mated to a slick-shifting 6-speed gearbox. Gear engagement is precise, and neutral is easy to find. A blessing for newer riders. And with an assisted slipper clutch, downshifting is smoother, and the clutch pull is lighter than what you'd expect from a cruiser. That means less fatigue in stop-and-go traffic and more control when riding hard. Now let's talk ergonomics, the Vulcan S's secret weapon. Kawasaki's patented Ergo-Fit system is what makes this bike a standout in the mid-size cruiser market. Whether you're 5'2" or 6'4", you can dial in the perfect fit. Adjustable foot pegs, different seat options, and a range of handlebar configurations allow riders to personalize their ride like no other bike in this segment. The 2025 model continues to offer this flexibility, making it one of the most approachable bikes for riders of all shapes and sizes. The Vulcan S sits low, with a seat height of just 27.8 inches. That means most riders can flat-foot at a stop, adding to the bike's overall confidence-inspiring feel. It weighs in at around 500 pounds wet, not featherweight, but far from intimidating. And because of its low center of gravity and neutral or steering, the Vulcan S feels light and flickable, even at low speeds. Parking lots, tight U-turns, urban traffic, the Vulcan S handles it all without breaking a sweat. The styling for 2025 keeps the aggressive, minimalist look that riders love. Matte and metallic paint finishes, a sculpted teardrop tank, and a sharp, sporty tail section give it more of a modern street bike edge rather than old-school cruiser lines. The LED headlight is a nice touch, offering improved visibility and a cleaner look. For 2025, Kawasaki adds new colorways. Expect options like metallic matte, graphene steel gray, or pearl storm. Gray with bold graphics and subtle badging. The instrumentation is simple and effective. An offset LCD display with a gear indicator, fuel gauge, digital speedometer, and tachometer. It's not fancy, but it gives you everything you need at a glance. And honestly, that's part of the Vulcan S's charm. It's not trying to overwhelm you with tech or screens. It's about getting you on the road, riding comfortably, and enjoying the ride. The frame is a high-tensile steel perimeter unit with a single offset lay-down shock in the rear that features 7-way preload adjustability. It's not a plush ride, but it's controlled and planted. Whether you're hitting freeway expansion joints or carving twisty back roads, the suspension keeps the bike composed. Up front, you've got a 41mm telescopic fork, not adjustable, but well calibrated for a mix of comfort and feedback. Brakes are solid, with a 300mm front disc and a 250mm rear disc. ABS is standard for 2025 in the US market. No more upcharge, no more separate models. It's confidence boosting, especially for new riders or those upgrading from smaller displacement bikes. The tires are Dunlop Sport Maxes with a 120mm wide front and a 160mm rear. Grip is plentiful, and cornering feels stable and predictable, even when you're pushing harder than you'd expect on a cruiser. Another key strength of the Vulcan S is how well it bridges the gap between traditional cruisers and modern standards. You get the laid-back riding position of a cruiser with the handling characteristics of a sport tourer. That means it's just as happy commuting through downtown traffic as it is being loaded up for a weekend road trip. The 3.7-gallon fuel tank gives you decent range, around 180 miles per tank if you're easy on the throttle. The riding experience overall is versatile and forgiving. Whether you're a first-time rider just getting your license or a seasoned motorcyclist looking for a relaxed second bike, the Vulcan S won't let you down. It's comfortable on long hauls, it's nimble in tight spaces, and it has enough power to stay fun without ever feeling dangerous. Customization is another huge selling point. Kawasaki offers a wide range of factory accessories: windscreens, saddlebags, passenger backrests, different seats, and even cafe-style cowls for a sportier look. And because the Vulcan S has a loyal following in the States, there's a solid aftermarket too. Whether you want to turn it into a stripped-down bobber or a full-on touring cruiser, the platform can adapt to your style. For 2025, Kawasaki hasn't reinvented the wheel. They didn't need to. What they've done is refine and solidify the Vulcan S's place as the most accessible and adaptable cruiser on the market. And that's important in a motorcycle world that's rapidly moving toward either extreme tech or old-school minimalism. The Vulcan S stays comfortably in the middle. Modern, but not overcomplicated. Easy to ride, but not boring. Affordable, but not cheap. Speaking of which, price. Kawasaki has kept it smart, with the base model sitting just under $8,000. That's a lot of motorcycle for the money. When you compare it to Harley's Nightster, Honda's Rebel 500 or 1100, or even Yamaha's Bolt, the Vulcan S carves out a unique spot. It's the sportiest cruiser in its class, and arguably the most rider-friendly. In the American market, where cruisers are still king, the Vulcan S offers an alternative for a new generation of riders. It doesn't carry the old-school weight of tradition. It's lighter, sharper, and more inclusive. Whether you're young and getting your first real motorcycle, or you're returning to riding after a break, the Vulcan S welcomes you in. And that's the real message behind the 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan S. It adapts to you, not the other way around. It doesn't care if you're tall, short, experienced, or new. It meets you where you are and grows with you. It's the cruiser that refuses to be boxed in. And in a time when motorcycle design often focuses more on nostalgia than innovation, that's exactly what American riders need. So if you're in the market for a mid-size cruiser that looks great, handles better than you'd expect, and fits just about anyone, this is it. The 2025 Vulcan S isn't here to follow rules. It's here to write its own.